that you're doing well. I make this video during this Christmas season, Christmas time, for those who are alone or those who are with friends or whatever your situation. Just, I don't really know my topic today, but I want to talk about kind of the things that um, we can have in our mind that are not always the truth, let's say, and it's mostly never the truth actually. So yeah, during this Christmas season time, it can be hard for some people to be alone, like feeling alone and depressed as always. I've already made a video like a few days ago, like the Christmas day, I guess. But yeah, once the Christmas has passed, right, and we're still here, everything is fine, right? So I finally decided to go on a party the 24th, and I came back home with suicidal ideas again. And I want to talk actually now about this is coming now, the let's say the topic, how important it's the environment and how important it's to not adapt to an environment which is not the one that not the one which is vibrating with who we really are actually. Because adaptation is something that human beings know very good to do. So we know this, adapt, right? But this adaptation does not mean that we're feeling inadequate with who we are, means happy, simply, let's say, right? So yeah, I just got invited to a party, and like just not a party, a celebration with people, and I did not know what to expect. So I said, okay, let's go. I am not at all anymore in this thing because that's not anymore my environment, the environment that suits with who I want to be, or actually who. That's not the environment that makes me happy actually. Because look, I come back home and I have suicidal ideas. So what's the thing? The behaviors of people, the way they're acting, does not always match with the way I'd like them to act, right? I can't change them. I can't make them be the way I'd like them to be, right? So it's or accept, and for sure I accept it. But what's the impact on me, right? If it's to get back home with suicidal ideas. So you're going to tell me what happened to you at this party, right? This celebration, Christmas celebration. Nothing particularly, actually. Nothing particular, actually. It's just that I'm a hypersensitive person. And for me, kindness, because it's on what I'm working, be kind, because when I'm under crisis of rage and narcissism, rage, and big hungry because of my past. It's true that you don't really know my life because I'm taking English version now with videos that I used to make in French to explain that I come from rape story. I've been abused, sexually abused so many times, and also part of this, I've been betrayed like everyone, right? I've been psychologically abused, like very, let's say, I come from a past which is not at all safe and destroys the feeling of safety and security and trust in people and others. So you gotta reconstruct that, because you can't live this way. You can't live thinking everyone is bad, thinking that everyone is going to betray you, whatever. But even if you do reconstruct yourself, you can't expect that others will always act the way you would like them to act to not hurt you. It's impossible. We all are in our, let's say, our movie. We are all are playing our own role, right? First role in our own movie, and me, for the movie of someone else, I'm just a secondary personary, right? If I would play her movie, I would probably live it in another way, this role or first role, right? Maybe not, maybe yeah. But what I want to say, we all are in our own movie, and we can't expect to the secondary personaries to play our role. That's our role, the first personary, right? So that's it. Once we understand this, actually, I'm not saying this, I'm repeating what I have been listening so many times from the. Actually, this is on the fifth agreement, Toltec agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz, who has adapted the version of the 4 and 5 agreements, Toltec agreements. So he's not the one who has invented them, but he is one of those who have given a version of them, like actual modern version, easy understanding. And it's just about applying, right? So yeah, it's about, this thing is talking about the role that we are playing, right? And once we understand that everyone has his own version of the primary role, that's it. Just don't try to enter in the movie of the other one and try to take his first primary role, because that won't happen. It's his movie, right? So it's very important to understand that, because then you can't expect others to play your role, and you can't expect to play the roles of others, right? Even if you try, that won't work. So yeah, so back to this part, this celebration, Christmas celebration. Yeah, everyone is playing his own role, right? Primary role. I have my own primary role too, and we all are secondary personary. So in the first role of others, right? And in my role, my primary role, I do have the vision of that, how the secondary personaries should act, and they should act for me the same to everyone, and kindly, like always kind. That's what I want around me, kindness, always feeling kindness. I don't want to feel rejected anymore. I don't want to feel unrespected, and I don't want to feel unlistened. Like yeah, just these values about feeling someone and not crushed down, right? So yeah, that's something that I think we all live, these sensations and feelings, that when we are with others, sometimes we don't really know how to be or to act, because we are kind of shy, or because we do not know who to be or what to do, what to say to get integrated in the group. Can be family, can be friends, whoever the group is, closed group or unknown group, like this celebration, for me, Christmas celebration. So you're acting, right? Playing the first primary role, trying to make it the best version of you, but that's not you. I mean, you're playing a game, you're playing a role, you're playing an adaptation to a movie that you're playing. The movie is a Christmas celebration, and you try to make it beautiful or drama, whatever the way you are playing your movie in your mind, right? If you want a drama, you will play the role of a primary drama. Maybe my mind wanted a primary drama role that day again, but I don't think so, really. I mean, it's just about being hypersensitive in this society, when people are not enough working on being attentive to the impact of their behaviors on others. and worse when others are hypersensitive. But people do not know this, that you are hypersensitive, right? And if you have tattoos like my hairs, I look like so strong, and I know who I am, and like, look guys, like I have my own personality and whatever, like this thing, right? So actually I do notice that um, uh, people want to be seen. We want to be seen, actually. We want to be seen in a way that, hey, I'm here, right? And by that, hey, I'm here, we mostly forget that others by our sides also, hey, I'm here too. We all are in this also role. This we all have it, actually. This is a primary role that we all having. I'm not the only one. We all want this, hey, I'm here. We all want to be seen and noticed. We all want to be gratified, like how to say, like I'm not sure if this is the correct word to express this. Like we want to be like valued. Like, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you look great. Oh, I love your tattoos. I love your hair. I love you, whatever. We like to be complimented, let's say. And yeah, so I think it's very important to um, always remember that there is the mind, and I'm not saying this, I'm repeating from Eckhart Tolle, who wrote The Power of Now, a famous book translated in more than 50 languages all over the world, and who got bestseller. And he is very famous when you start to listen to people that are talking about this evolution to a better life, if we don't want to employ the happiness word, right? So yeah, he's saying that there is the mind and there is us. And the thing is that we don't know that there is the mind and us. We think the mind is us, and it's true, right? Because we also can decide what to think, actually. Because when you say, okay, I'm going to run, I want to win a marathon, you're the one who has control of your mind, right? But this is for healthy people, let's say healthier, maybe background people with a kind of a normal life, but people who've been abused, like me, like with sexual violences and a big disasters in their childhood, we're destroyed. Our mind is freaking out, right? We gotta work on it. If we don't work on it, we will never have the capacity to say, hey, let's win a marathon, because the mind is taking our energy, repeating dramas and traumas, and repeating also a version of a reality outside, exterior of us, right? That we think this is a reality, like thinking, for example, that no one likes me, for example, everyone hates me, these things, right? If you've been abused a lot, you can always think that people never likes you or things like this, right? It's so important to realize that it's the mind who is playing a pattern, because that's what has happened to you when you were young, right? And so you're unconsciously, because that's your mind. So if you don't have a healthy background, I would say for sure your future can't be healthy in your head. I mean, this is just logic when you think about it. But if you're not exploring this thing, you just don't know, and you're thinking that's you, and you're thinking, oh yeah, my mind, I know, I think, I this, but that's not you. That's just this mind. It's really important to know this information that is sharing with us. Eckhart Tolle from The Power of No Writer, this writer, we're saying to not identify to the mind. Put a distance. Be the observer. Be the spectator of what you have inside your head. And then when you have this, you can separate the negative from who you want to be. So yeah, that's it. I think I try always to make 15 minutes. I'm sorry. And then I see the time is gone. How you want me to talk 15 minutes like this to get these Instagram videos? I will edit and cut some part, no problem. And this will be for YouTube. Yeah, and I'll make like 2-3 minutes more just to finish the story of the party, why I came back home with suicidal ideas because during the party I could see and feel that everyone was really respected in their playing, like everyone was listening, and then whoa, good, great, thank you, da da da. And yeah, I did not feel like sharing music. I was in fear actually to be again with what happened to me a lot in my past, to live this again, feeling like people are jealous or like they want to make competition with who is best voice, who is better, best player, guitar player, who is best technique, whatever. I always had many times, and I stopped actually music with others, fusioning, because that was always coming, and I was bored of this, to have to fight, to play music. Come on, guys, just play music, enjoy. Just don't make it like a challenge, but it's a lot like this in this world of music. Yeah, there is a lot of ego, and so yeah, I was not feeling comfortable to share, but I was just singing a little bit, and yeah, at the end I just took the guitar when mostly the people were gone, and then a girl completely covered me, like with an instrument which is very loud, and she wanted to try it. She did not really know how to play it, but she could just have stopped, for me to finish. Even I was just playing just a little bit, but I mean, so I left the place, taking it personally. I mean, I took it easy, but then once I went back home and I was really tired, I started to sleep, and then my mind started to get activated. And remembering what was the end of the night, that they did not want me to play, or they did not want to listen to me. And I was like, they did it with everybody with so much respect, and when my turn came, I mean, they did not do it. So I started to feel hurt, actually, to be honest. But with the Vipassana training and this foreground started all the same, repeating the same, but it's true. If I don't have this, I'm over this game. I'm just, I would be suffering. I'm hypersensitive, and small things can hurt me so much, actually. So now, not anymore, but I can see it's still here, but I have keys and tools. Vipassana training with the observation of the mind, the distance from my cartilage, being the observer. So I was in my bed and I was observing my mind, saying suicidal ideas that, whatever, saying this crazy mind. Because for sure, my mind is coming from rape and abuse and psychological abuse, sexual violences. So for sure, it's completely fucked up. I mean, my mind is completely fucked up. It's just, I'm not the only one in this world. Do you think that Hitler's mind was healthy? I mean, every people in this world who has been in a traumatic background, mind is fucked up. That's it. If we don't heal it, and if we don't do nothing to get it healthy, is winning on us. And it makes us having the worst actions, like Hitler did, and others, Putin and others, whoever are acting under an unsatisfied and destroyed inner child. So my mind started in my bed to get activated. It avoided me to sleep. I could not sleep anymore. I was very tired, actually, but it suddenly, the feeling of being drowsy was gone, because the mind, And yeah, so in this time, applying the keys, distance, and then for sure after 2-3 hours, I started to sleep, and that's it. And I did not commit suicide in this night, fortunately not, and I will never do it. I won't never commit suicide. I know, because now I have these keys, but without the keys is very hard. I mean, I would do it, and I would have done it before. So now it's 8 years I'm working with these keys. There's not so many keys. It's having the positive affirmations, substitution with positive affirmations, being aware, conscious that you're thinking. If you're not aware, you are in the mind, you are your mind, because you are not the spectator of your mind. Okay, so yeah, and then so this mind in my bed, when I came back from the party, where actually the party was the celebration, Christmas celebration, was beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful, but you know how the mind kept just one thing, making it a big drama, and just focusing on a part of the reality according to my past traumas. You know how tricky it's this mind. It does not take the best of the party. It does not take the love that I could feel also from the girl who received us, and even from other people. I mean, it just focused on where is the negative, This is because of my past, right? So if I'm not aware of this is my life. If I'm not aware, my life is like this, always focusing on where is the negative, and you don't see anymore where is the positive. And you have just a shitty life, and you just want to get it out of it, because you don't want to every day, like I used to be, like with bipolarity. You always like this, you only focus where it's the negative. So we need keys, and if we don't employ the keys, we are always with the negative. And if you're distracted, working, husband, a lot of friends and parties and events and everything, you don't really have time to see this, because you're always distracted, right? But people like me who had a lot of time to observe, we are more likely to observe things that are not very cool, but we are not distracted, and because also we are more alone. But for me it's a choice, because I'm always disappointed because of my hypersensitivity, and because of the fact that I have been so many times abused before, that now what I would like is only respect, kindness, listening, and values of feeling supported, right? And it's very hard to get this always in society. For sure there will be always someone that does not listen to you, or that or whatever, that does not match with what you need. People can't give you what you need. You only can give it to yourself, guys. So I'm so blessed, I'm so happy that I am giving this to myself, because and I also, that's also why I'm not expecting nothing anymore from no one, because I can see, I mean, also I'm, because of all these traumas, and I have expectations that are out of the game of others. I mean, that's not their things. If they have a normal life, if they had a normal life, no traumas too much and things, they can't even know they're just living their life, busy with their thing, and for example, they read their message, they don't answer, they don't care. I mean, they're just having their thing to do, they don't completely care about what's the impact on a hypersensitive person who's been so many times abused before. They don't care, completely don't care. And even if they would care, it's mostly always too late. This time that you're waiting for them to realize, oh God, maybe I hurt her or whatever, or hurt him or whatever. You've been suffering hours and days and weeks and months and a entire life, if you don't change these expectations that you have on others, and you only can be the one who give yourself what you need. That's it. So know yourself and do what you got to do to be in a decoration with who you are. And trust me, I decided to not having friends group and celebrations and gathering anymore, and that has been my last trial. I stopped music and I stopped these things of celebration, and this has been my last trial. Because even if I control my mind coming back home, I don't really want to feel this suicidal like this. That's not cool, man. So whatever the reasons are, if they did something that maybe what I, because of my past, it's just too much for me. I'm not able to have more these sensations of feeling humiliated and in disrespected and not listened or whatever, even if the people do not do it voluntary, or maybe they do it voluntary but they're playing a game, a role that it's not against you, it's not you. They have their own story, they have also their own unsatisfaction, they also have their own traumas at a certain levels. So we all have our own things, and that's it. So I just do realize that mostly the environment for me is mostly toxic. I can't really see too much people because I'm not who I am. And if I would be who I am, I'd provoke many times reactions on others. That's not kind. That's not what I'm expecting from friends. So I don't believe in friendship anymore. I'm very good alone and with myself. I'm not hurting myself. With myself, I'm not betraying myself. I'm not making me suffer anymore. I'm just kind with myself. I've been hurting myself so much, and now I decided to take care of myself. I'm just taking care of myself. I am attentive to myself. I'm giving love to myself. I'm giving respect to myself. If I want to play music, I just sing alone. I have a looper. I can do many things. No one is telling me, look, don't do this because look, I want to do this and blind. Just stop me. Not do this, please. Just sing loud, less volume, or do please do the. And at the end, you you can't even express yourself because whatever other rules of the others primary role there. So yeah, alone I have no restrictions. I do whatever I want, and I am feeling much more better than when I am in group things. Talking to one person or two person is okay, but I even don't want to do this long. I mean, I'm out of this from long time now. It's like 4 years that I have stopped to meet people, and I'm just used to be always alone, and it's very hard for me now to be surrounded of people because I have very a lot of difficulties to know which mask I have to wear. So this is very yes, very embarrassed. When one person, two persons, I be who I want to be, you know. But when there is a group, I'm like, who should I be today, you know? And I just don't want this anymore. Who should I be? I just want to be me. I just want to live without thinking who am I all the time, even if I'm always thinking who am I. But yeah, I just, when I'm with people, I just like to enjoy, and that's not coming. There is always a tricky mind in competition with others, challenging with others, feeling jealousy, feeling whatever. I really have it difficult to share now with big groups. And yeah, just yeah. So yeah, I hope that this video has been helpful for you. I don't know what the hashtags I will put, but I think this is for hypersensitive people and for easy depressed people and for easy stressed and anxious people. So I think that would be the hashtag. And for those who want a better life, yeah, so just know that it's possible, but we just gotta work on ourselves and use tools, guys. If you don't use the tools, it's the same. If you want to build a table, wood table, you need tools, guys. You can't build a table without tools. You need first your hand, but you need also tools, right? You can't build a table without tools. You got to get tools. And that's the same. Do you really think you build a table with tools, but you won't do this? Building your happiness without tools. You need tools, you need keys, and you need to employ the keys and the tools the same that you need to employ the tools to build your table, right? Okay, your table is your life, your reality, the way you're living your life, not a weight on your shoulders, always thinking life like I used to always think this way, because when life is a weight, we are out of, we're just focusing on the problems, and we are out of being able to see the beauty. We can't see it, and we can't see in ourselves. We even can't see in others. Like with my mind in the bed after the celebration, the same. He was only focusing on the negative aspects of others when all these people were so beautiful. You know what I want to say. We all are beautiful. We are just a bit, or sometimes very much, perturbed, and we gotta reconstruct ourselves and rebuilding ourselves in a form, in a shape that we want to, because our past has built a shape of us that which is not at all what we should keep on playing this shape in the future, right? We change our shape in the present, and the future is impacted, and our past is our past, right? But it's behind, right? It does not affect us anymore in our present and our future. But if we don't do nothing, it will always follow us. I don't want to live under my traumas all the time. I don't want to feel all the time disrespected, and that people are not reliable, and I can't trust no one. I don't want to be under my traumas. So I accept the people in their own reality, the way they are valuing what's important, what's not, the way they're acting. They're probably doing what they can. So I can't change it anyway. They are the only one who can do something. So just me, I do what I have to do to be good with myself, whatever the decisions that I have to make, and whatever are the consequences on others. For example, refusing a next celebration, and that won't have impact on others. Actually, they don't care if you're coming or not, but I will do what I have to do. And I know now that celebrations, group celebrations, are not for me anymore. Oh, guys, I wish you the best. Take care of yourself, please. No one will do this for you. That's what has made me realize that I had to do it, that no one will do this for me. Bye.